welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. I've got a quick little project for you today. About 15 years ago we hosted some Japanese students, and one of the gifts that our host child gave me was a bag like this. It's just a tiny little bag, or it's not that tiny, that I put toothbrushes and toothpaste and cosmetics and things like that in. So I've had that. This isn't the one, but I have had mine for probably about 15 years or so, and I really loved how it went together. It was a sort of like an origami bag, and I've pulled it apart and figured out how to make it. So I'm going to show you how to make these little drawstring cosmetic bags or toiletry bags. Can be used for your craft items as well. Regardless, I'm going to show you how to make them. So stick around and I'll show you what to do. This is just a one piece of fabric, and then you've got some drawcord, and that's it. So there's nothing else you need, and we're going to be doing this with a fat quarter. So this is a fat quarter project. All right, all we need is one piece of fabric to create this bag, and this piece of fabric is 18 inches square. So we can just use a fat quarter trimmed back to 18 inches by 18 inches. So what I've done is taken this to the iron, and all I've done is turned the fabric over 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So you do that on all four sides, and then we can take it to the iron again and repeat that. So we're just going to have a double folded hem on this square piece of fabric. Okay, so take it back to the iron and just press that down. Now that this has been pressed with a double fold, we can take this to the machine and stitch it down all the way around. Now, if you want to, you can go and pin this in place if you're not confident with your fabric staying put, but I find that once it's been pressed, I don't have to go and put any pins or clips in place. So I'm just going to start at the top, stitch all the way down, and keep going all the way around until that's finished. With your fabric doubled over, place it underneath your machine, and we're just going to do a narrow stitch to secure the double fold down. So we'll back stitch at the beginning, and we'll just continue on in one go until we get back to the beginning again. When you get to the end, just make sure that you've got the next row double folded and the corner in place, and keep the needle down when you get there. So keep the needle down, pivot your work, and you can start again. And when you get to the end, just backstitch. Now we can get to the fun part of doing the folds in this and making it into a little bag. Now that you've hemmed your fabric all the way around, what we want to do is measure from point to point. And we want to measure the widest point. So we don't want to go straight across from left to right. We actually want to measure on point. So that is right across the diagonal of the fabric. So take your ruler and measure that. And that is, it's almost 24 inches. So the 24 inches, we'll divide that by 3, which gives us 8 inches. Now what I've gone and done also is just pressed the fabric. I folded it in half and folded that in half again, and then pressed it, so I've got some crisp lines to use as a guide when I do this next step. So take your corner piece of fabric and bring it toward the other corner, to the corner furthest away. So follow your lines, using your lines as a guide here. Bring your fabric across, and you'll end up going beyond the center point, but you want to have this nice and even here. So bring it across until it measures 8 inches. So we're going from the point, and we're just going to keep bringing our fabric in until it measures 8 inches from the edge. So we can just press that in place. Take this corner and we'll bring that across to meet up with the edge here. And you can feel the point of the fabric underneath. So this should be 8 inches as well. There you go. So that's 8 inches. Now before you sew this up, what you want to do is just make sure that the points from here to here are equal, and same at the other end, because when we fold this together later on, we want to make sure our points are nice and even. So if you find that this fabric here, when you've pushed it over, when you've got it over to the edge, and if you find that it doesn't line up properly, just like it doesn't here, it comes over about 1/4 of an inch, you can tweak this just by making sure that you have the same distance from the top to the bottom and along there. So for me, that is, because our fabric stretches and our seam allowances will vary as well. So for me, that is 5 3/4 of an inch from the point to the fold. And I just want to make sure that all of my folds are the same. So there is 5 3/4 of an inch. That can just come out just a smidge there. Same on this side. And pin it in place so that it's nice and even. And just double check that. So we want the same measurement here and here and at the other end, and that'll just square up the bag nicely for you. Okay, so we've got that all squared up, and then what happens is when we fold this together, we will have our points here matching, and we'll have this point matching. So if we turn that around, it's nice and even all the way around. Okay, so I will actually take that just to the iron and give it a press, just so that I can press those points in place. With this in place, take it back to the iron. We're just going to fold this together in half like that. So I've pressed my line straight down the center there. And if you want to, you can actually draw your line instead. This is ready to be stitched up. So just reposition your pins. And what we're doing here is we're going to stitch along the hemline, and then we're going to stitch this center line down as well. So we'll go and take that to the machine and do that now. So I'm going to start with the center line. Put your foot down, we'll do a back stitch at the beginning and the end. And now what we're doing is going from here all the way to the point and back down the other side. Now we're just going to stitch over the top of the hemline that we had earlier. Pivot. So now that we have our fabric secured, we can flip this over, and we're going to measure 1 1/4 inches just from the very edge here, the point there, down 1 1/4 inches. We'll do the same on each side, and then we'll repeat that for the other end. So I can mark that with a chalk. You can draw a line straight across. So that's 1 1/4 inches. If you like, you can just put a pin in place here. Just so that you can see where it is. Draw your line across, and we'll repeat that for the other side. Now I'm using a chalk wheel. This is a chalk wheel from Birch Haberdashery. if I can find the link for it, I'll pop it in the comments section down below. So I have been asked about these chalk wheels. Clover make them as well. They're really good. They've got a little serrated wheel on the bottom and they have a chalk thing that you can refill. So once you've drawn your line or marked it with your pin, turn your fabric over, fold the fabric on that drawn line and pop some pins in place. Repeat for the other side. Once you've got that folded, you're going to have just a rectangle piece of fabric on one side, and on the other side you've got your flaps. So with our flaps folded down, we're going to mark another inch. So just take your ruler and measure 1 inch from the top. Draw a line, repeat for the other side, and we're going to stitch all the way down this line and this line here, and this enables us to put the cord through later for when we put the draw cord through. So let's go and stitch that together. So with the drawn line, we're just going to stitch straight down there. Flip this around, do the same for the other side. Now we're going to do a top stitch just along the top edge of both ends, and that's going to be about 1/8 of an inch. Flip it around, repeat. And what we've done there is created an opening or a little channel at both ends of the fabric so that we can put our draw cord through there. All that's left now is to close up our bag. So taking the side that has the flaps on it, we're going to fold that together. So this will become the inside of the bag. And we're just going to line it up along the top edge there and on the sides. And we're stitching the bag down from this seam here, this hem allowance here, all the way down. So we can just do 1/4 of an inch seam allowance just on the edge there. And we want to leave this section open and unsewn because that's where our cord's going. So just 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, back stitch, and sew to the end, and back stitch, and we'll repeat for the other side. So bring that together, and that's the sewing part of our bag finished. All we need to do now is the little draw cord. So we can turn this the right way around, and that's how the bag is going to look from the outside. Let's get some cord in there. Now, depending on the size of the bag that you make, you want to have your cord 3 times the width of your bag. So this particular one is 20 centimeters, or I think it's 8 inches across. So I need to have 3 times the amount, which is 24 inches. So 2 pieces of cord, 2 lengths of cord at 24 inches. And we're just going to weave that through. This here, it just clips on like a claw, and you slide the metal bar down and it hangs on. So draw your cord through on one side, leave that hanging out at the end, and then come through the front of the bag and we can tie this one off. So just tighten that cord, and we'll do the same again with the second piece of cord, but we're going to flip the bag over and start from the opposite end. So I'm going from the back, it doesn't matter back or front, as long as it's the opposite end to this one. So draw your cord through, and repeat the process. Tie these together, and there we go. We have a cute little drawstring bag with a nice little triangle flap on it. You can pop all sorts of goodies in there. It doesn't have to just be for your toothbrushes and toothpaste and things. It can have your quilting bits in there as well. There we go, another project finished. This is a really super quick project to do and a great one for beginners as well. Just a little bit of angles and measurements to take, but otherwise it's quite a simple project. So I have made a few of these. I haven't sold these before, but as I said, I've made this because I thought it was really cute, the one that I had years ago. I've put labels on these, so just on the front flap I've put some labels, and I'm going to see how they go in the shop. So one day I'll do a video of some other things that I sew to sell, and I'll let you know how these actually went in the shop. Don't know what I'm going to put on them yet though. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed that video, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.